Hey, I'm Monashee from Monashee.org. I help photographers with portfolio creation, production, and marketing. Today I'm going to be talking about stock photography. I'm going to talk about what it is and if it is a viable business model.
Be sure to stick around to the end of the video so you can download a very useful commercial photography template.
Simply put, stock photography is photography that is available for licensing for various uses by different businesses and is available through stock photography agencies. How it works is that a photographer would do a shoot and then they would go out and they would produce the shoot. The photographer would pay for the costs of the production. It's similar to the stock market in that there was risk attached to it, because if you do a shoot and you spend all this money and the images don't sell because you don't know if they're going to or they're not, then the shoot doesn't make itself back. So you would do the shoot. You would go through and make your selects, send that collection to the stock agency, and their editor would go through the images and select the ones that they thought were the most sellable, and they would have them available on their website for other businesses to buy the usage rights for. People would pay like a smaller fee than they would if they were actually going to go out and do the shoot. This is like how royalties work, because the images would be sold over and over again. The higher dollar value that people paid, the more exclusive rights they had to use it. But if you wanted, to not pay a high dollar value, then a lot of businesses are going to have access to those images. Throughout the life of those images, you would continue to generate revenue off of the image sales. So stock photography has changed significantly, and there are a variety of different reasons why. The biggest reason is obviously because the photography industry in and of itself has become overly saturated. The introduction of digital photography has totally changed the landscape, and now everybody can be a photographer and can call themselves a photographer. If you have a camera of a certain caliber, then you can shoot stock photography and submit it. So the more photographers that there are contributing to the stock photography collections, the more clogged up the photo libraries become with images. And so it's really easy for images to get buried in the system. And then there are also algorithms, which we all know from Instagram and Facebook, what algorithms are and how they work, and how algorithms can work to basically vary your content. Agencies were starting to do their own shoots, so they'd hire a photographer and then they do like these big shoots, and then they basically own the rights to those images. They do more buyouts, and a buyout is basically where they would pay a photographer a lump sum of money, and then the photographer would go out, shoot the concept, and then hand over the files. The agency would not have to pay the photographer royalties for those images because basically they shared copyright to them. For new photographers, this was a really cool thing to get, like a lump chunk of money, although when you really in the grand scheme of things looked at it, it was not a large chunk of money. And so it was basically you got that chunk of money and then it's done, it's over. So if you're going to shoot stock photography, find a smaller niche agency that you want to work with. Make sure all of your models sign a release that is up to the standard of the stock agency. Make sure that you have all of your camera is up to caliber with what the agency expects. And I would suggest not spending a lot of money, especially when you're just starting out. Send work that you already have. What would you be really good at? And go out and shoot that. Go out and shoot and have fun. And then submit the stuff that you've had fun creating. And if you make some money off of it, that's awesome. And if you don't, no harm done. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got a lot out of it, and that you have a deeper understanding of what stock photography is and whether it would be right for your business model.
If you are starting to or want to book more commercial photography jobs, then I have a commercial photography estimating template that you can download now absolutely free. It comes with a ton of commonly used line items and formulas already input. Simply add your numbers and branding and you are good to go.
If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.